First of all, a free trade agreement is a regional or bilateral agreement through which a free trade area for goods and services is established, in which tariffs are eliminated. Colombia and Panama Free Trade Agreement. Negotiations with Panama began on March 2010 to be finally signed on September 20, 2013, through which an immediate tax relief was set for 72% of Colombia's exportable supply to the Central American country. Colombia seeks to strengthen its commercial and customs ties with one of its natural partners, which has had quite dynamic growth and is consolidating itself as a business center in the region, which offers great opportunities for the Colombian industry, not only generating greater ease of entry to the Panamanian market, but also acting as a gateway to the markets of Central American countries. The different benefits of this agreement are the reduction and elimination of tariffs and non-tariff barriers on Colombian exports, the reduction of smuggling from Panama, the consolidation and complementation of the network of Colombia trade agreements with the main economies of America, the increasing investment flows between the two countries, and the promotion of productive alliances.
Commercial Continuity Agreement between Colombia and the United Kingdom. On May 15, 2019, the agreement with the Kingdom was signed with the aim of guaranteeing that the condition of integration and preferential access that today with this important market. The agreement provides that the current tariff preferences for both agricultural and industrial products will continue to apply as agreed in the agreement with the European Union. One of the sectors that benefits the most from the commercial relationship is agriculture. In 2019, national exporters sold 309 million in these goods to that destination. The main export products were bananas, coffee, flowers and fruits, or other fruits and other edible parts of plants.
Commercial agreement between Colombia and Israel. Negotiation with Israel began on March 2012 and entered into force on August 11th of 2020. With this treaty, Colombia seeks to increase trade and investment flows, promote bilateral economic cooperation, the removal of non-tariff barriers, and the promotion of diplomatic relations. It is promoted the expansion of bilateral investment flow and the creation of new business, in addition to being the first step in the consolidation of our commercial relation with the Middle East, a region with high purchasing power and an import orientation. It will allow preferential access to this market and consequent increase in trade. It will allow the creation of trading products that countries do not trade at this time but are part of their trade with the world. Reduction and elimination of tariff and non-tariff barriers for Colombian export to one of the main markets in the Middle East. The agreement between the Mexican state and the Republic of Colombia. It was signed on June 13 of 1194 and entered into force on January 1 of 1195. The objective is to promote exchange of service as well as investment and cooperation flows. In addition, it is sought that through better conditions for exchange in these three areas, new business and employment opportunities are opened for entrepreneurs, investors, and consumers. And an important opening of market for goods and services and established clear and transparent rules in matters of trade and investment, contemplating a tax reduction program for most of the tariff universe over a period of 10 years, excluding most of the sector agricultural currently.
Free Trade Agreement between Colombia, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. The Free Trade Agreement was signed in Medellín on August 9, 2007 and entered into force with Guatemala on November 12, 2009, with El Salvador on November 2, 2010, and with Honduras on March 27, 2010. In order to strengthen regional economic integration as an essential instrument for advancing the socioeconomic development of Latin American countries, the objective is the creation of a free trade zone. Goods originating in one of the member countries may enjoy the agreed tariff preferences regardless of the place where they were produced. Special regimes were agreed to encourage the participation of economic agents in events that promote their commercial relations. An improvement of the current system for the nationalization of merchandise, eliminating procedures, delays, and overcosts in foreign trade operations. Andean Community, Andean Subregional Integration Agreement, Cartagena Agreement. The members of this agreement are Bolivia, Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. The associated countries are Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Paraguay, and Uruguay, and the observer country is Spain. The agreement seeks to promote the balanced and harmonious development of the member countries in conditions of equity through integration and economic and social cooperation, accelerate growth and the generation of productive employment for the inhabitants of the member countries, facilitate the participation of member countries in the regional integration process with a view to the gradual formation of Latin American common market, reduce external vulnerability and improve the position of member countries in the international economic context, strengthen regional solidarity, and reduce the existing development differences among the member countries. Benefits are greater negotiation capacity on the international scene, maintenance of democracy, defense of human rights, and search for social welfare. Drug and arms trafficking is fought and increased flow of people.
Agreement on trade and economic and technical cooperation between the Republic of Colombia and the Caribbean Community CARICOM. It is integrated with Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, Barbados, Guyana, Antigua and Barbuda, Belize, Dominica, Trinidad, Montserrat, Saint Kitts and Nevis, Saint Lucia, Saint Vicente, and the Grenadines and Colombia. Under this agreement, Colombia received 100% tariff preference on 1,074 products from Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, Barbados, and Guyana. For its part, Colombia grants some 12 countries of the CARICOM tariff preference of 100% to 1,128 products in the non-DINA nomenclature. This agreement seeks to strengthen commercial and economic relations and cooperation between the parties by promoting and expanding the exchange of products origination in Colombia and CARICOM.
Chile and Colombia Free Trade Agreement. It was signed on November 27, 2006 and entered into force. With this agreement, both countries will receive greater investment, which is good since it will give more security and guarantee to investors from both countries and thus be able to expand this dimension of economic relations between both countries. As opportunities in ports sector for both countries will be notable improved, apart from the country's market and its economy. There will be a higher percentage of tourism for both countries, and agribusiness and manufacturing will be notable improved.
Free trade agreement between the Republic of Colombia and the EFTA states. It's made up of Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, Switzerland, and Colombia. It was signed on November 25, 2008. On July 1, 2011, the free trade agreement between Colombia and two of the member countries of the European Free Trade Association entered into force. The objective of this agreement are to create a commercial space free of restrictions and seek the growth and continuous and comprehensive economic development of the signatory countries, and stimulate the protection of the environment and the rights of workers and the overcoming of poverty. And the opportunities are expansion of markets, expansion and diversification of investments, and strengthening and expanding integration ties with European countries.
Trade Promotion Agreement between the Republic of Colombia and Canada. The agreement is attached letters and understanding were signed on November 21 of 2008 and entered into force on August 15 of 2. The objective of the agreement is to create a space free on restriction each year of the growth and continuous economic development of the signatory countries. The Canadian market offers opportunities that will help increase the potential growth of the Colombian economy and generate further development. GDP will have an additional increase of 0.06% and export and import will grow 0.21 and 0.08% respectively with respect to the baseline scenario.
Trade Promotion Agreement between the Republic of Colombia and the United States of America. The agreement, its attached letters, and its understandings were signed on November 22, 2006 and entered into force on May 15, 2020. The objective of this agreement is to promote the exchange of services as well as investment and cooperation flows. In addition, it sought that through better conditions for exchange in these three areas, new business and employment opportunities are opened for entrepreneurs, investors, and consumers. The United States is the first economy in the world, the main importer of Colombian goods and services, and the largest foreign investor in the country. The benefits and opportunities are: it facilitates the flow of physical and human resources between the two countries and generates new market opportunities for our producers, guarantees a greater offer of products and better prices to consumers. It generates more employment and well-being for the population. SMEs become more competitive and can position their products in the largest market in the world, facilitates the acquisition of capital goods and raw materials that aren't produced in the country. In addition to attracting new investment, it has generated security and stability for But there is USA also a investors. disadvantage. The United States has had enough resources and infrastructure to produce products at cheaper prices, in larger quantities, and more efficiently, against which Colombia cannot compete. As a consequence of the trade agreement, US products can cross the Colombian border without tariffs and invade the market.
This trade is made up of Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay, Venezuela, and Colombia, and it was signed on July 21, 2017, and entered into force with Argentina and Brazil on December 20, 2017, with Uruguay on June 11, 2018, and with Paraguay on January 29, 2019. The objective of this agreement is to create a free trade zone through a commercial liberation program, which is applied to products originated from the territories of the signatory parties. The benefits are cross-border trade, consumption abroad, greater commercial presence, and an increase in the flow of tourists.
Agreement of partial scope of a commercial nature between the Republic of Colombia and the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. It was signed on November 28, 2011 and entered into force on October 90, 2012. The objective of this agreement is to defend the preferential treatment applicable to imports of products originating from the parties, in order to promote the economic and productive development of both countries through the strengthening of a fair, balanced, and transparent bilateral exchange. As long as there is a legal framework for bilateral trade, the development of the complementarities of our economies will be stimulated, thus helping the growth and balance of our commercial exchange. Complementation agreement between the Republic of Colombia and the Republic of Cuba. It was signed since 2000 under the framework of ALARE and entered into force on July 10, 2001. As a result of the agreement, Colombia can enter the Cuban market with 100% tariff preference. Live animal, beef, dairy flowers, potatoes, vegetables, bananas, coffee, rice, palm oil, margarine, sweets, confetti, chocolate, bakery products, jams, mineral and carbonated water, beer, among others. For its part, Cuba can sell with 100% tariff preference to the Colombian market: cheese, vegetables, processed food, chemicals, cosmetics, leather goods, clothing, among others.
Trade agreement between the European Union and Colombia. It was signed in the city of Brussels, Belgium, on June 26, 2012, and entered into force on August 1, 2013. The objective of this agreement is to create a preferential and permanent commercial relationship that allows Colombian entrepreneurs to sell their goods and services without barriers in a market of 503 million inhabitants. Benefits are better access for Colombian service providers in the first world market, a predictable environment for greater productive investments and lower price and better options in goods and services. Opportunities are new and greater market opportunities, being able to establish new links in the production and supply chains, have more clients and more consumers, be able to offer better conditions to attract investors, and provides the Colombian consumer with greater option for their purchases. Trade agreement between the Pacific Alliance and Colombia. This agreement is made up of Colombia, Chile, Mexico, and Peru, and it was signed on February 10, 2014. The objective of the agreement is to build in participatory and consensual manner an area of deep integration to progressively advance towards to free movement of goods, service, capital, and people. Benefits are tax relief of 92% of intra-regional trade and relief of the remaining 8% from 3 to 17 years as of 2016, and carry out joint activity from commercial promotion, investments, and tourism.
Free trade agreement between Colombia and Costa Rica. In June 2012, negotiations began to sign a free trade agreement. The agreement was signed on May 2012, 2013. The objective of the agreement is to provide better conditions and guarantees to inventors from both countries and to facilitate access to the fifth markets with the highest purchasing power in Latin America. And the benefits are increasing investment flow between the two countries, increase in the flow of tourists between the two countries, and promotion of productive alliances between the companies of the two countries.
Free trade agreement between the Republic of Colombia and the Republic of Korea. It was signed on February 21 of 2013. Agreement aims to generate new export opportunities in goods such as beef, dairy, tobacco, fruits and vegetables, food preparation, clothing, leather manufacturers, among others, which Colombia exports to the world and Korea imports from the country Latin America. Benefits are Korea and Colombia raised the bilateral relationship with Colombia to the level of strategic partnership. Colombia will be one of the main destinations for Korean cooperation and the elimination of barriers to trade in a highly protected market, particularly in the agricultural sector.